Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. So today, quick video, hopefully. I just want to do a short one on how to create no content books, just to get you started if that's your thing. So first off, I'll of course start off with Canva. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing this in Canva, the free account. If you haven't, feel free to sign up. It's just canva.com. And then what I did was create a design and a custom size. So I've chosen 6x9. This is the interior files, okay? So this is creating a no content book interior files, not the cover, all right? Please don't misunderstand. So I created a 6x9, and I'm just going to throw three examples that you can look at. These are not finished and polished examples. I would never put this out in the world. I just want to show you very quickly the possibilities of things that you can do with effectively no content type stuff. All right, so let's get cracking. I'm gonna hide this. Let me just showcase this for you. Now I'll explain the individual parts shortly, but the first one here is kind of like a comic book type setting. Okay, the second one is blank lines, so it's lines and that's it, just lines. And the third one is blank book, blank pages. Now I mentioned in my past videos that you can't actually use a completely blank page because KDP don't actually allow that. I think the maximum they allow is 4 blank pages or something like that, 4 or 5 blank pages. I'm not too sure, but essentially you need something on the page. So it could be something like an icon. I've got here a little tick. You can choose something else to your fancy. You can put a heart there, you can put a little squiggle or another icon of your choosing. That's okay. You can even put a border on the page. That will be something on the page. Okay, so let me just go through. Now I just wanted to showcase this one as a comic book. Oh, incidentally, the gray bars will be removed before the gray bars are just there to show me where the margins are. And in this case, I've actually stuck a margin of, I don't know what that is, 0.5 inches, just to stick it there. I've covered it before. So the margins are there signified by the gray boxes. And this is going to be kind of my comic book box. Okay, so using Canva, you can change the box color. So if you don't like a full-on black color, you can do something a bit darker gray. Some people prefer the dark gray. Okay, so you can do that, and all I did was get the elements. So you can get a box, for example. I'll just show you what I did. So you can get a box. Well, actually, no, you don't want a box. Sorry, let me just remove that. Let me go into lines and shapes. And then what you want to do is find something like this. You can get a box, or you want an empty one, a square border they call it. So let me just click on that. There we go. So there's a square border, and you can manipulate it. You can make it taller, smaller. So maybe you want some kind of pop-up thing over here. You can have speech bubbles, as they do in quite a lot of comic books. So you can have a speech bubble. Now, here's the caveat for everything I do. You need to make sure that you've got the rights to these things, to these, icons and such. And if you don't find something here, you can always just search for them. So I want a speech bubble. So I might go, oh, there you go, speech bubble. So search for the speech bubble that you want. And it could be this. Now this has a pro, so you probably have to pay for it. It won't be a lot. So if you take a look, so 139 Canadian, it's not expensive. So there are options. You can put a speech bubble in there and then just play around with it. Now this is a box. I created 2 boxes, so you can do that on your own quite easily, and you can manipulate the size of it. So there's usually a bit of space between boxes. You can make this bigger. Now this one here is not actually, just want to highlight all these. This is actually made up of 4 lines. I'll show you. 1 line there, 1 line there, 1 line there, and 1 line there. So if you want to make your own, which is what I did here, you can make your own. By all means, make your own. So you can, you can have, so there's 1 line there, okay? So you can have 1 line. And then if I'm gonna create the opposite of this, let's say I'm gonna create the opposite, I'm just gonna shrink that down a little bit. I can do the opposite right here. Okay, so I'll do one line there, I'll do another line here, and you can see 0 degrees pops up, so when you click on it, up and down 0 degrees, so that means you're horizontal. And then you can do another line there, but in this one I need to rotate it 90 degrees, so just went past a bit, so there's 90 degrees, and I'll pull it down here. Oh, that's a bit too long, isn't it? But that's okay. So just shorten it there. There we go. And then you can have your final, I might make that slightly longer so it covers, there we go. Okay, and you might want the last line to go from there to there. It could be something like this, you know? And you can just play around with it. You can make that parallel if you want. You can make it parallel if you want. So how do we make it parallel? Just eyeball it a little bit. It doesn't have to be exact initially, because what you can do is copy this and then paste it, so you know that's parallel. Delete that, move that here, and then shrink that a little bit. I'll just undo that, but effectively I want to shrink it a little bit. And if I shrink it, I might have to change my this horizontal line here. So shrink it. There you go. But you get the idea. Basically, it takes a bit more time, but you know, you can play around with this to make sure it all joins up. Okay, so I know this is not perfect. This is not supposed to be perfect, but there you go. You got kind of the makings of a comic book. Let's move on to the second one, and this is just lines. So literally, I've stuck in one line. Okay, so I put one line from one side to the next, and I want to have this 0.5 inches in between. Let's say, for example, I'll put a box there, and I'll shrink it to 0.5. Can you see the height h 0.5? Okay, and then I will just click on that, copy, and then Control V to paste, and stick that at the bottom there. And then you can, so let me just zoom in there so you can see that. So that is your line, and then you can again move that down here, or you can select both of them. This is what I might do, select these two, Control C, Control V, and then stick that down there. And then do another one, stick that down there, and so on. And then when you're done, highlight the boxes. So delete the box, delete the box, delete the box, and there's your line. So this is not perfect again, but it gives you an idea of how you can use Canva. And the third one, you know, you just literally stick an icon in. So maybe you want a heart shape or something, you know. You can choose one of these. You probably want to stick with black and white because that way it doesn't, I mean, color printing will cost more as well. So you can do, I don't know, if you can select your own icon. But I just want to showcase that basically you need something over here. You could even put a squiggle, you know, so if you want elements, you can put, oh, there you go, check out their graphics and see what you like, you know, and just put something over here, or a border, which might be a rectangle. A rectangle here would be a border, so you could do a border right here. So stretch it out here, and then stretch it down here, and that could be your border if you don't like the icon for a blank page. Alright, now this is just a very quick video. I'll delete that just to show you that there are options that you can create on no content books, which is kind of like a comic book type thing. Oh, your line graphs over here, which you can do easily, and of course the blank page. Don't forget to remove these gray bars, which are basically highlighting the margins. So yeah, gonna leave it there. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I shall see you in the next video. Have a great day, everyone.